Good Sunday morning. It's 7 o'clock and it's not raining out there, but it is cold and the wind is blowing, and there won't be any cooking this morning. I'm going to have cereal and banana for breakfast. I'm going to have my kids' cereal and a banana. And but at some time today I am going to put on the makings for Hamhock and Pinto beans for tomorrow. The Pinto beans do need to be soaked overnight, so I'll do that, and I'll continue this tomorrow. Bye. Well, I'm going to fix Hamhock and Pinto beans. You just can't get much more cowboy and frugal cooking than that. That is the lowest cost foods probably available of any kind. I'm going to use Pinto beans. Pinto means in Spanish means painted. They are a light tan colored bean with brownish red stripes and spots on them, and they're basically a desert and low rainfall area bean. They don't have to have much water and very little care to raise them. And the epicenter of raising Pinto beans is Dove Creek, Colorado, on the west slope there. And you'll find them all the way from there to California and into Mexico. They raise them there and everything. But this is a 1 pound package here. Costs 98 cents. And it says on here 12 servings per container. Serving size is a 1/4 cup, 25 grams. Per serving is 80 calories. Only 1% fat, no cholesterol, no sodium, 8% carbohydrates, 21 grams. Pretty good on fiber, 12 grams of fiber, is 44%, and protein, 7 grains. So I'm going to cook a half a pack here, so I'm going to cook 50 cents worth of beans. And the first thing you have to do is sort them. They're a whole lot better now than they used to be. When I was a kid, it was always my job to sort the beans. So I'm going to open the beans. And pour about half of this package of them out. That looks like it's a half a package. A few more here. Thing about it, nothing's precise in cowboy cooking. And I'll twist that. Now what you do is spread the beans out and bring them over here to you to where you can look at them all separated from each other there. Put the pan under the table here and rake them off into it. Now if you see any rocks or gravel or dead bugs or bad beans or beans that have been eaten on or by some insect, you sort them out. These beans here are a lot cleaner than normal. As I said, it used to be, and it had twigs and sticks and grass, pieces of grass, and weed seeds, and just about everything that you could think of in there. Bird droppings. You would often find those in the package. And these seem to be awfully clean here. There is something that's not a rock, but it's not a bean, whatever it is. And they get dirt on them and everything like that settles on them. And these will have to be washed and then soaked overnight. Soaking overnight makes them cook a lot quicker and a lot tenderer the next day after they're cooked. Well, these look awfully clean here, which is nice to know. Okay, I've got them here. Now I'll take them over there and wash them and rinse them very good, and then put hot water on them and put them aside to soak overnight. Okay, it's a good rolling boil on there. That'll kill anything that might have been on the beans or in the water or anywhere else. So I'm going to put the lid on it, turn it out, and put it on the back burner and leave it overnight for the beans to soak. And then sometime tomorrow I'll finish this up. By the way, I'll drain the beans in the morning when I get through soaking them, or when I take them up from soaking. I'll drain them and put in fresh water at that time. Okay, I've dumped the water that is soaked in overnight into the strainer over here and down the sink, and it's gone. And so now we'll put the seasoning in, some garlic here. And the bottom of an onion. By the bottom of an onion, I mean the bottom with the roots on it and whatnot, because there's where all the heat and the flavor and everything is concentrated, and it's what you trim off, throw away anyway, so throw that in there. And need some bay leaves, 3 or 4 of those. One, 2, 3, 4. Always count the bay leaves in, because when you take them out, you want to know how many you got in there, so you'll know the right amount to take out. And finally, a little bit of red pepper flakes. Now, you don't want to go too heavy on that, because you might have somebody that doesn't like too much spice. That's about all it needs. You just need a little bit in there. Now I'm going to dump the beans back in on top of that. And the next thing will be the Hamhock. Now, you can get ham hocks two ways. You can get them cut in short pieces, or you can get the whole ham hock like this. Now, ham hocks are the cheapest cut of meat that there is. Most places I've seen is 69 cents a pound, but the one that came on the ham that I bought, as part of it got weighed along with it, and I paid the same amount for this ham hock here as I did for the ham. So I guess that's the way they have of jacking the price up. But this is the ham hock right here. It's kind of a ragged looking thing, and but it does have a lot of meat on it, and we'll put it in there. Now I'll get some hot water out of the sink and put back in there to bring it up well above the level of the beans. Now I'm using hot water so it'll start cooking sooner, and want to fill it about better part of a half-inch above the level of the beans themselves. They will take up some water as they cook, and along toward the end of their cooking they really take up the water. So now I'm going to turn the burner on, let it come up to a simmer, and it'll simmer for about 4 hours. Well, I cooked it about 4 hours, and it started using up the liquid very rapidly, so I added more water to it. That's the sign that the beans are getting done, is when they start really picking up the liquid. And so I picked out the bay leaves, the bones, the gristle, the bottom of the onion that was in there, and miscellaneous pieces of fat and things like that. Added a little bit more liquid and a little salt, and this is ready to go to the table. And I've already tasted it, and believe me, that is some good tasting soup. So I'll take it to the table now, or in about an hour when Frida gets up and is hungry, and we'll have dinner with ham hock and pinto beans. Can't get more cowboy cooking than that. Okay, here it is on the table. I was going to make cornbread with it, but Frida said she didn't want it, so I'm just going to have a tortilla with mine. And it's nice and hot, and going to see what it tastes like here. That's good. What do you think of it, hon?
Ooh, yeah, very good.
Nothing like ham hock and beans.
Right.
These beans are just right. You know, you can make this in a crock pot just easy as we did on the stove, but I do things the cowboy way. So we're going to enjoy our ham hock and beans, and I'll be back with you to close this video out. Sorry, no story tonight. So God bless America, God bless Texas. Where else would you find somebody with a couch like this?